You know, there are times when we love sharing things that may surprise you at home. As I was preparing for this next segment, well, it surprised me. Let's go ahead and bring in Dr. Lopez from the SPCA Tampa Bay in this week's Pet Patrol segment to talk about the surprising difference between dogs and how often they may go to the vet versus our feline friends. First off, Dr. Lopez, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I am well. Good to see you. And this is a talker. I had no idea, but based on things that you found, sometimes cats don't go as often. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. We find a lot of dog owners stick to the annual checkup recommendation, but a lot of cat owners don't quite seem to follow that. And we think that's because a lot of people keep their cats indoors and they see maybe a different need for getting checkups. But we know for sure that getting cats in for their annual checkups is really important.
So what are some of the key areas that you would advise clients or, of course, those kitten owners? What do they need to keep in mind? Because I feel like, as a dog owner, you do have like the checklist that you go through. Same for cats or a little different?
The checklist actually is really similar for cats. And of course, right at the top of the list, like we just mentioned, annual checkups are important. But for kittens in particular, one of the buzzwords these days, vaccines. We have a number of vaccines that can really help protect kittens. So they do need to come in a little bit more frequently when they're young and get their boosters. And then as cats age, your veterinarian is trained to know what questions to ask about maybe lifestyle changes. And by that, I mean whether they stay strictly indoors or they might start to venture outside a little bit. And being outside does increase some different risks for them, and they might need some different vaccines for that situation.
Okay, maybe I'm completely wrong in this. This is based on my experience only. There's my disclaimer right there. Dogs so often, think about being more needy on the side of, attention and things. Cats, maybe not so much. What should pet owners look for if they need to bring their cat in sometimes? And normally the cat kind of stays by themselves anyways.
Yeah, you're right. Our pets can be a little bit different in their personalities and certainly species to species. But as cats get older, again, important to come in for their annual checkups. And probably most important on that is being able to talk to your veterinarian about maybe some of the really early type behavior changes or personality changes or diet changes that might tip us off about some of the diseases that are going on. Things like diabetes, kidney disease, thyroid disease. Some of those symptoms are really vague and similar in the beginning stages, and talking to your vet can really help us track down where to look in terms of focus areas and diseases and how to manage those things.
Oh, good information, Dr. Lopez. Before we let you go, every time we do check in with the SPCA, we love talking about adoptions and Clear the Shelter, a national campaign that's going on that you're participating in. What do people at home need to know about this?
Yeah, Clear the Shelters is a national pet adoption event. It takes place this month. SPCA Tampa Bay will be participating on Saturday, September 18th. And each paid adoption does generate a gift from one of our sponsors. So if people are interested in knowing more about that, they can check out our website at spcatampabay.org.
And of course, you can go to that website as well for more information that we just talked about. Dr. Lopez, it was great to see you today. Thank you for your time. And before we say goodbye, a quick shout out to our friends at Pet Supermarket. Whether your pets swim, crawl, or fetch the ball, Pet Supermarket has your pet's favorite brands.